Definitely not the comeback video I thought I would have after taking a little pregnancy leave, but if there's one thing I've learned over the last 2 weeks is that you can't plan for anything, and just kind of have to take what life gives you and fight the good fight. So welcome back to my channel. For those of you who just randomly stumbled upon this, my name is Lisa Schwartz. I've been here on YouTube for 12 plus years, 13 years, for most of my life it feels. And I've shared my life with you guys, and it has been such a pleasure and an honor, and honestly, selfishly, it's been very therapeutic for me. I have had the camera with me for the last couple of days, and I've been wanting to shoot something, but I just haven't been ready, and suddenly I feel ready for what that's worth. My husband is doing work in the other room. My new baby, who is happy and healthy and perfect, which is like the best part of all of this, is sleeping in front of me in a little bassinet with a sound machine going, so I'm sure the sound is going to be wild. But I am home. I am finally home from the hospital. If you follow me on Instagram, this might not be news for you, but I'm here to fill you in a little bit on my health journey and my pregnancy journey, which took an unexpected turn, to say the very least. As you can see, I'm wearing a heart monitor right now. This is a 14-day monitor that basically after 14 days you take it off and you mail it in. Technology, very exciting. Medicine, modern medicine, really something else. I don't know how much information I want to give in this video. Not that I don't want to give, but I don't want to overwhelm you guys. But here's my update. Baby, like I said, is happy and healthy and home. I had a very long, arduous, failed induction that turned into a C-section that kept me in the hospital for 4 nights due to some complications, low blood pressure, etc. Came home with baby and husband, and thought we were about to enter into our journey of C-section recovery and newborn living. And I got 3 days in. I was taking a nap. I was laying on my back, and I realized I couldn't breathe. I felt like an elephant was sitting on my chest, and also congruently, I was very swollen. Like, I always heard, especially with C-sections, that your feet were gonna like blow up, but my whole body blew up, and my legs were like triple, quadruple the size that I was, and nothing seemed to be going down. So I was laying on my back, and I felt like I couldn't breathe. I assumed it was anxiety as a newborn mom. I figured I was just tired, overwhelmed, getting through the C-section as well, lots of hormones. It was a traumatic birth. I will share that story another time. And also, when I say traumatic, it was traumatic to me. I know every birthing person has had a different story to tell, and the more people I talk to about their birthing experiences, the more I understand that many of us have gone through some tremendously difficult births that need time to process mentally and physically. Anyways, I couldn't breathe. I undid my C-section belt that I was wearing, like a little girdle. Thought maybe it was anxiety. It passed. That night I couldn't sleep. I slept propped up because, again, I was kind of having that rapid heartbeat. I could hear fluid moving around. I thought maybe it was my allergies. Tough night. I get up the next morning, and I very seriously felt like there was a whole zoo sitting on top of my chest, not just an elephant. I was having trouble catching my breath. I reached out to my doctor, who also thought maybe it was just some typical postpartum nerves, anxiety, but she said, you did say a few key words like heavy breathing, heavy chested, hard time breathing, shortness of breath, and sent me to the urgent care. I went to the urgent care. One of my best friends took me while my husband stayed home and played dad, which he continued to do to the nth degree. We'll explain that later, and probably never shut up about it because that man is a hero. My best friend takes me to the urgent care. They run all these tests. They don't really see anything, but they're concerned about my swollen feet and legs. They finally take an x-ray of my chest, and they notice that there's fluid in my lungs, which isn't good. They send me to the ER. My friend takes me to the ER. If you've been to the ER is a horrifying place. God bless the people that worked there. Everyone we met was so nice. I felt like I ran into angels all along the way. Details of this I would love to share at some point, just like how lucky and blessed I was and how many signs along the way that I was going to be okay presented themselves. And the people that we met went above and beyond to calm me and make me feel comfortable, as I just sort of like wide-eyed or deer in headlights. It was such a trip. So we ended up spending a full 24 hours in the ER. Luckily, we got a room, our own room. We weren't in the hallway, and they ran a million bajillion tests on me. If you guys have followed me here, you know that I have severe medical anxiety. And I was forced to conquer that because I didn't have any choice. I gave more blood than I ever thought I would give. I took more tests and went in more tubes and got injected with more dye than I knew possible. And my level of strength just grew and grew as I learned to use my voice and ask questions. Luckily, my best friend was there and she was my advocate as well. We slowly started to learn that this was a heart problem, which sounds really weird to say out loud. I have a heart problem. I work out all the time. I eat very healthy. I'm young-ish. I'm cautious of lifestyle choices. And it turns out they moved me to the hospital, which I was in for 5 nights, 6 full days. I just got home yesterday. When this goes up, I'm not sure. Turns out I have something called postpartum cardiomyopathy. I can't even say it, which is terrible. Postpartum cardiomyopathy. I had heart failure. It falls under the, I'll put all the information down below. You guys are like, wow, she's an idiot. I'm just tired, and I'm actually so overwhelmed that this is something that I have. Myocard. It's a big word, a big scary word, but I have it. Basically, it's a form of heart failure. Cardiomyopathy. Thank you, everybody. Basically, like, my heart isn't functioning at its full power, so it's not pumping fast enough, and it's also not releasing enough. So it's just kind of a weak heart. So it falls under like the heart failure category, which is why all this fluid in my body was stuck because my heart wasn't able to pump it out. And so through medication in the hospital, they were able to essentially help me get rid of a lot of the fluid that was in my body. My feet are starting to look so much better, and have sent me home with that medication as well. So essentially I'm just like peeing out fluid forever. And on top of that, they are giving me medication to help my heart get back to a place of normal functioning. This could take 2 weeks. This could take 6 months. This could take 2 years, 5 years, or it could just never go away. And that's the weirdest thing about this, is we just don't know. The doctors feel hopeful, but my case was pretty bad, that they're not making any promises. I'm wrapping my head around that, and at this moment just going day by day, because it is an overwhelming diagnosis, and if I think too far out, it puts me into a complete panic and depression, if I'm being honest. Silver linings, my baby is completely happy and completely healthy. In fact, I got to go today, so blessed, to the pediatrician for her second appointment, and she is just like totally on target. She's happy, healthy, and perfect. My husband stepped up and stepped in to like the umph degree. He basically just single dadded the whole time I was in the hospital. He did like the newborn shift. Like he learned how to change her diaper and do the feedings all night long. He's been here by himself. We've had wonderful friends and family come in and help, and visit me and feed me and feed him. Neighbors have come and showed up and dropped by things, but ultimately this guy did it all by himself, and I'm so proud of him. I'm like now learning and trying to catch up with all that he's learned, learn from him, all the things that he's learned. Anyways, this is a mush of a conversation, and I'm starting to feel a little self-conscious. I'm processing this and I'm trying to figure this out. Again, not the journey I thought I was going to be on, and not the video coming back to YouTube that I thought I would be sharing. But again, if I learned anything, it's that you can't make plans. Life just kind of throws things at you, and you got to conquer them. So I'm fighting each day to get better, not only for my sweet baby and my husband, but for me and for you guys, because this is what I love to do. I want to continue to do it, and even just sitting down doing this now makes me feel normal. I feel like I've been going a little nuts and feeling a little abnormal, kind of like a zombie walking around. And yeah, I hope that this is helpful for people to watch. It's people that struggle with any sort of condition, or a surprise, like, you know, a surprise health attack that you definitely weren't expecting, or anyone having a baby who has gone through something similar or something unexpected that has sort of left you feeling traumatized, for lack of a better word. Reaching out to some help groups. There's some groups that are specifically for traumatic births or heart conditions. Slowly trying to like accept that help, but also giving myself some grace to just go, again, one day at a time. Right now I'm just trying to make sure I'm taking the right medication, and making sure that I check my blood pressure every day, my oxygen level every day. I have to check my weight every day, and this is just like my new normal for now. But thank you guys for making my new normal still feel like my old normal, by allowing me to upload here, by supporting me. You guys on Instagram have been so wonderful. You guys have been my family and my rock for a really long time, and I appreciate you being here. More soon. It won't all be health related. It won't all be sad. I have lots of mom stuff I want to share, and I don't know. We'll just go from there. I'm also on like a super low sodium diet, so maybe I'll start sharing some snack foods that I've been eating. I don't know. I'm not sure what's next, and I'm not sure when I'll post again, but I just wanted to say, give you guys an update and say thank you for all your support and all your love, and to all the brands that I've been working with who I've had to pause with for a second, simply because I just don't have the bandwidth to make much content. Thank you to them as well. Everyone's been so generous with their flexibility and their understanding. So sending love to anyone out there that is struggling in one way or another. I got you. I feel you. And we're just going to go one day at a time. All right. See you guys next time.